Hey, good morning, everybody. This is your host, Liam Bailey, and it's time for Be Encouraged. And today we have a special guest, a special friend who's going to be on, and hopefully we'll be able to be on when more entrenched in the more joy culture. I don't know if that's the way to say it, but she's really superstar and a writer, and she's just really a community activist, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me introduce you to Jeanette Wages. Hello, Jeanette. How are you?
No, I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. I just found out that Jeanette was raised in Germany, which anybody who watches the show knows that I was kind of raised in my formative years in Germany. I was actually born in Germany in Bad Kreuznach, and then 2 months later, my dad was rotating to Vietnam, so my parents came back to Texas, which is the family homestead, I guess, as you would say. But then we went back to Germany after all the Vietnam stuff. So, well, actually, it's right at the end of it because I was there from 78. No, I'm sorry, 74 to 78. And I was just a wee lad, but
A little before
yeah,
my time.
a little bit before your time.
Before my
Yes,
time.
I know. But it was a good time. We had a great time there. Loved being there. I still have roots in Germany with family. I have a cousin who still lives there. I had a cousin who did live there. Unfortunately, was in the Alps, and then he crashed his car. Unfortunately, it's a
I'm sorry to hear
loss,
that.
huge loss, huge loss. 26 years old,
Oh, I'm
and but he lived a life that was probably as full as anybody who lives to be 80. I mean, the guy's a mountain climber. He did everything. He's an amazing guy. So, but anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk to Jeanette this morning. I'm excited to have you on, Jeanette. I've been watching you from afar on your Facebook and stuff and reading all your wonderful writings that you do. I'm just been totally, I guess, impressed with your writing. It's
Thank
beautiful
you.
stuff. Very
I love
insightful.
compliments in the morning. Great way to start the day.
No, I mean very insightful stuff. I mean, I read it and I go, yeah, that's exactly right. And that's the kind of stuff that I like to read. I'm not the biggest reader, but when I read stuff that's just contained to relatively short but speaks volumes, and that's what
The
I
beauty
read
of
when I
social
read your
media
stuff.
posts, right?
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
short and sweet.
They're short and sweet, but they speak volumes. I mean, it's like just what you post feels like I've read a lot of very awesome stuff. So, and I'll stop blowing smoke at you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So here's the thing so that's what drew me to say I gotta work with this girl. She is so insightful and awesome. And hopefully we'll be able to get her on the radio show on Thursdays, maybe in the
Yes,
near
hopefully.
future. But not this week. We didn't do that because she's been busy, busy, busy with
I'm very
capes
busy.
and cocktails. And if you look down on the bottom, rolling, you'll see their website, and you'll also see that you can go to their Facebook page if to do what she's about to tell us you need to do. Jeanette, what's up with capes and cocktails? Tell me all about it.
Okay, so Capes and Cocktails is my annual party that I throw. I've been doing this since 2013 to support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital out of Memphis. I've been working with St. Jude for pretty much as long as I can remember. I was one of the first walk teams that DC had when they started the Give Thanks Walk back then. Now it's the Walk Run DC. And one year, my friend from Heidelberg called me and asked why I was doing that. And he's like, "Why are you doing a walk team? Like, can you explain it to me?" And I was like, "Well, who wants kids to die of cancer?" And he was like, "Well, exactly. But my son is a patient there right now."
Oh
His
my.
so his son's name is Lucas, and he was 4 years old. This was in 2012. And so that year, I switched my walk team from Hey Jude, because it was just my cheesy name that I came up with, to Team Super Lucas. And we walked for Lucas that year. Lucas walked in Georgia with his family and his friends, and they dressed up as superheroes. And I got to talk to him on the phone that day, and he's just he was the sweetest little boy. Unfortunately, he passed away in April of 2013, just before his 5th birthday. I'm going to try not to tear up today.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, I started throwing the benefit called Capes and Cocktails, and it's evolved over the years. It started out at the Light Horse in Old Town Alexandria, doing a shuffleboard competition, and everybody just dressed up as superheroes, and it was great fun. But as I got older, my friends like different things. I like different things. So now we do a little more gala style. So tonight, Capes and Cocktails is going to be at the Fish Market. It's a $50 donation to get in. All of that goes directly to St. Jude. We have a list of 6 amazing cocktails that my sponsors have come up with that are included in your ticket, as well as Hardywood beer. So, you'd have a few drinks, have some cocktails. It is cocktail attire or superhero attire or cocktail attire with superheroes. We have a DJ coming out. It's going to be a great time. I have some silent auction items. We have 2 different types of raffles. We have like a $5 raffle and a $20 raffle. And the point is, for me, you don't die until people stop telling your story.
That's right.
And so every year I want to make sure that people remember a little boy that never got his first. He never got to go to a cocktail party. He never got to have a cocktail. I don't think he knew what a cocktail was. So, it's something to keep his memory alive and to make sure no child ever has to die of cancer again. No parent ever has to hear that their child has cancer and have any fear that they're not going to make it. I know Eric struggled after, and I know Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and Suicide Awareness Month are the same month, which is this month. And Eric attempted suicide shortly after Lucas died, and luckily he's still with us.
Good.
But he says, this party is one of the things that keeps him going, even though he can't make it. He's in Hawaii right now at the Army. But it's something that keeps his son's memory alive, and that keeps hope for him alive. And if I can do that, then that's something, right?
Well, good on you. That's nice. That's awesome. It's and honestly, it's one of those things that people don't think to do, and I applaud you to. And I know you're not looking for applause or anything like that. This is definitely something in memory of Lucas, which, as you said, as long as you remember Lucas, Lucas is still viable and exuberant and living in our thoughts and memories, and that's exciting, in and of itself. I'm really excited about this program, thing you're doing tonight. How long have you been working on? How long do you work on it through the year?
It's pretty much as soon as the one is done. I go on, we do the St. Jude walk next week. I'll do that because I'm on the committee for that as well. And then it's right back into planning. Mm-hmm. This year, I think by far is the best one I'm going to have. Last year, clearly we didn't get to have one.
Right.
2020 just didn't happen. But I have such a phenomenal team behind me now that I just have to keep going bigger and better. So I keep planning, pretty much as soon as it's done, I lock in a venue for the next year and work with people and try to make sure that, it's the best party we can do. This year we started planning a little bit later just because nobody knew what would be happening with life. So luckily, like I said, my team, I don't know if they're watching, but John from Catoctin Creek, Charlie from RNDC, and Raphael from Hardywood have been by my side, sucking it up through cocktail meetings and pool meetings for the last 3 months. I made sure the meetings were fun too, but we've been hardcore pushing to do this now.
Since Bobby and Marvin are watching. So is that your mom and dad?
My parents are watching.
Yeah, they're watching. They like the program, so I saw that. Oh,
hi, Mom and Dad. They have also been great support. Don't let me ignore my parents. My dad has been walking with me since that very first walk before we had a real reason to do it. It was a team of me and my dad. So gotta show some love for my parents.
That's cool. How many of you have on the team now?
Right now I have 12 people signed up for the virtual walk with me. Like, hopefully some people see this. Unfortunately, the walk's not in person this year. St. Jude decided to turn it virtual across the
Mm-hmm.
country.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd still love if people on the 25th want to get together with me and do a 5K. I'm here. We'll do it. I'm in Old Town Alexandria, so if you're willing to come here, or we can go find someplace fun to do it. But we have 12
Sure.
people walking this year.
Awesome. And so you'll just walk through Alexandria, or are you
We'll
going to
figure
go
out
to
a
a
5K
track and
path.
walk our track, or what?
We'll figure out a 5K path. I got to get through today, and then I'll figure that out tomorrow.
Right. Well, I'm trying to lump it all on you right now. I need answers. Come on, Jeanette.
I don't have answers.
No, it's all good. So that's awesome. I think that the walk is awesome. I love that you have that availability for people. And how do people? Again, I think that. Well, hold on. We got questions for you. Hold on. Yeah, Bobby and Marvin said they're excited about tonight event, Cape Cocktails at the Fish Market in Old Town Alexandria. Billy Riley says you're the greatest.
Hi, Billy.
He said say hey, right?
I pay him to say that.
I know. And then your mom and dad said, love you, baby girl. So that's awesome. I keep going out of fame. So one of the things I wanted to, so you have this group that does the walk. Are there anything, do you do anything throughout the year? Capes and Cocktails is up all the time, obviously.
Yeah,
So
Capes and
anytime.
Cocktails is constantly my thing.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, I've done a lot of different events. Obviously, again, last year was a wash. This year has been up in the air whether we were allowed to do anything or not. I've thrown pizza eating contests. I've done trivia nights with some friends. My good friend April friend actually was a St. Jude survivor, and she started the trivia nights, and I help her out as much as possible. So we do little events throughout the year. St. Jude as an organization also has the Gourmet Gala, which is an absolutely phenomenal event. Hopefully we get to do it in 2022. They have fashion, Heart of Fashion. I was like, what is the name of this? I need
Heart
more
of
coffee.
Fashion.
So they do that. There's Hope in the Harbor. There's events going on constantly. There's a golf tournament coming up the Monday after the walk. The St. Jude Open, which is another golf tournament, just happened this last Monday. There's events constantly.
Do you play golf?
I don't play golf, but I sit at a golf hole really well and cheer people on, or I am a champion golf cart rider. So, I got to do that recently for my good friend Jesse Moss's MS golf tournament that he just had last month. I don't know, my days all run together. And I got to ride around on the back of a golf cart all day. So, I'm really good at that part.
I like driving them, but that's awesome that you are participating with those and supporting, because I'm sure that they support you in what your endeavors are as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse's director of operations for Fish Market, and he was an absolute champion. The second I emailed him and Noe Landini, I was like, hey guys, can I have my event with you this year? I know life's been rough on restaurants, so I understand if you say no. And they were both like, absolutely 100% yes, like within seconds. I think it was the quickest I got an email back from Jesse ever. So they've been amazing supports. And so, of course, I support their causes too. So
now, one of the things I wanted to kind of get straight that you already educated me on, the donation at either Capes and Cocktails Facebook page, there's a donation button there to donate. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And or the website. The donations, like you said, not just do they go directly, as in you might take the money and then give it to St. Jude. It goes directly to St. Jude. You don't even touch the money.
So if you click that walk run St. Jude .org Team Super Lucas link, and you buy the $50 ticket, or you buy all your friends' tickets, or you just donate, that goes directly to St. Jude. Never touches my hands. Cool. If you do the Eventbrite link, of course, there's no way for me to directly link that to St. Jude. That gets paid out to me 5 days after the event, because they're worried about refunds, even though refunds are not an option, guys. So as soon as that hits my bank account. Like literally the minute I get that text message, it hits my bank account. It'll be going right into the walk page. So none of that is touching my hands.
So and not that you aren't trustworthy, but for some people, I think that makes a big difference. It's like, well, that's cool, and it's also good for you. You don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to touch it. I don't have to worry about it. I've had great sponsors that have covered our overhead for the events. Like I said, I have my beer and liquor boys. Fish Market's been fantastic to me. I'm going to throw all my shout outs right now. Like Wexler Marketing LLC has been great, as well as Leonard Patel Law Firm, all sponsored this event so that everything we bring in goes directly to St. Jude. They're covering all the overhead costs. The raffle items, the auction items are all donated. So, that money can just go straight to saving kids. I get it. I get nervous when people say that they're doing charity events. Like, okay, let me see how much of this money is actually going where it's supposed to.
Exactly.
We've all been duped by a charity at some point. Right. Don't want to be involved in any of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you've been duped, it's because you're trying to do a good thing. So
yeah, and
shame on those people who duped you. It's nothing against you or anybody else. It's just unfortunately, some people have nefarious beliefs in what they need to be doing and what they're doing. So whatever, you just chalk it up.
Yeah, hey, if you went out with the good intentions and a good heart, that's what matters.
Exactly. Now, okay, so I want to know also about, I just had a question for you, and it went right out the other ear because there's nothing much to rattle around in there. Oh yeah, tonight. So tonight's program, how many tickets are available still?
I think at this point I'd have to go look because I sold a bunch in my sleep apparently last night. I think we have about 40 tickets left.
Okay. And how many does that mean? So what does that mean as far as how many you've not sold, but people have donated to get?
We were going for trying to sell out at 200 people. So,
Cool.
Sold about 160.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, guys. There's plenty of space.
Yeah.
My other thing that I do say, like, if you want to donate and you don't plan on attending, just let me know that that's not for a ticket because I'd like to keep that space open for people that are attending.
Oh, right.
So, donations are fantastic.
So a lot of this is all outdoors, or is it going to be
indoors? It is at there's 2 private rooms upstairs at Fish Market.
Okay.
So there's plenty of space.
So rain or shine, there's no issue as far as.
If you need to wear your galoshes because Old Town floods, hopefully it's not flooding. Just come down from the 200 block onto the 100 block. You should be fine. Stay off Union Street. Should be fine.
Hey, it's on the second floor. So
it's on the second floor. We're going to be fine. It's going to be a great time. It'll be dry. There's going to be
have
food
some boats that'll bring you down there, and you can just go in through the window on the second floor.
I said if it's flooded, I will find some kayaks and get people into this event. Like, this is happening.
It's going to happen, right? No matter what. Well, that's awesome. So, okay. So I want to know what kind of raffle items you have.
Oh, we have some amazing raffle items. I have a stay at the Alexandrian. We have $500 towards any service from my good friend, Botox and Bourbon. She has a skincare location in Old Town.
Should you really mix bourbon with Botox?
Yes, you should. Okay. Follow her Instagram. It's amazing. But she donated $500 towards any treatment, as well as some of her favorite products. It's amazing. Cool Contours also got in on like $500 towards any treatment. I have some custom clothing from Christopher Schaefer Clothier out of Baltimore. They're absolutely phenomenal. All custom made men's suits and all made in America. Just absolutely amazing. They're beautiful. Guys, if you want to pick up a lady, get some of these suits. They're worth it. What else do we have? I have so many things. I have a grill. It's been donated. I have some Jam and Java tickets. I went through all of this last night. You'd think I would know. So those are some of the raffle items. I know there's a ton more, and I shouldn't be forgetting them. But I also have silent auction items like 4-hour service with a limo bus. I have a great portrait, a couple different portrait things where you can get either a painted portrait or photo sessions. Those are both in there. We have 6 different trips up for the auction.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, those
where are
are
you sending
exciting.
people?
So there's 2 trips to Italy, mainly because I love Italy. There's one that's a culinary tour of Italy, and then one that's a 7-night stay in Tuscany. We have an all-inclusive resort in St. Lucia. A couple that are in the country for those people that don't have passports. I have some golf trips to Tennessee and South Carolina. And where
This
else
is
do I have?
great.
I
Let me
have a
tell you,
virtual
Jeanette.
wine tasting.
How
Virtual
does
wine.
that work? You sit at home and drink wine?
So they send you 8, I believe it's 8 bottles of wine, and
Oh, okay,
you get to go on. You get online, you and like 12 of your best friends, and talk to the sommelier, and they go through the wine tasting like you're there, which is
Wow.
really cool because it's wines that you might not necessarily get here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it should be fun for people that drink wine. I'm a bourbon girl, so it does me no good. I was looking for a bourbon tasting, didn't
Right.
happen.
They didn't have that. So you 8 different bourbons on 8
Hey,
different fifths of bourbon.
if anybody wants to send me 8 different bourbons, I'm okay with that. I'll need it after tonight.
All right. Well, that's cool. Um, well, that sounds like, I mean, this is big time, Jeanette. That's right there is where people realize, oh crap, this is not just raising $50 to have some cocktails and
No, absolutely not. I have a couple surprise celebrities that'll be there, so that's also
really.
yeah.
Can you give us one of them? Or no,
Well,
no,
because
no, no.
he was already on. Well, I can give you 2 of them because they were both already on my Instagram. I'm going to have Declan Horgan from Hell's Kitchen, uh,
Mm-hmm.
pretty famous chef,
Yeah.
and I've written an article on him. Like he's opening a new restaurant in Tyson's. He's amazing. He's going to be there. He donated some stuff for the raffle too.
Nice.
And my very, very good friend and also on the committee for St. Jude, Andrea Cuoni. She's Andy Candy on Instagram. She is an international model. People love her, follow her, and gorgeous, gorgeous girl inside and out. So
Mm-hmm.
people are pretty excited to see them both.
That sounds exciting. Yeah. So if you've been on the fence, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, there should be no fence. If you
No.
can or can't attend, $50 is a drop in the bucket, folks. So, and if you can donate more, obviously, that's absolutely good, right? $100, $200, $1,000. If you got it, flaunt it. I think that's awesome. I think you have what is going to be an absolutely successful event. You're going to have a ball. Don't drink too much bourbon because you're the hostess.
I had to give a speech, so don't worry. I'm gonna make everybody cry at some point. It is my goal of the night. And then tell them to go have fun and dance after opening their wallets. But yes,
That's right.
I'll be on my slightly good behavior.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be in too good a behavior.
No.
That's not fun.
That's
You want to be fun at least, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on Be Encouraged, Jeanette. Is there anything else you want to impart to people?
Oh, I don't even know. Like my brain is 10,000 places, but yeah, just like you've already said, even if you can't make it, if you can donate, it really does make a difference. St. Jude, when they open, they've never charged a dime to any patient family. Not for food, not for lodging, not for treatments. And it makes a difference. You don't have to choose between going bankrupt or saving your child.
Right.
And also, like they changed the rates. So the people that are like, hey, is cancer ever going to go away? Like, does this actually help? It does. When Danny Thomas started St. Jude, childhood cancer survival rates were only at 20%. Meant 80% that were diagnosed with cancer passed away. Now it's about 80% of children survive from childhood cancer. Unfortunately, Lucas wasn't one of them, but that doesn't mean that his memory can't help some other child in the future.
Right.
And those numbers can change and they will change. And that's what those donations do. So if you can help in any way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is One of my best ways of helping, of course, cash does speak volumes. So I'll be have to get on there and do that. But I wanted you to know that we all appreciate what you're doing, and we all appreciate St. Jude's. I think everybody understands their reputation, and they have a lot of respect from the masses. And it's really a good organization to represent, and it's a good organization to be involved with. And I'm glad to hear you're involved with it. And I hope some people contact you via the Capes and Cocktails and reach out and want to get involved with your walk or want to get involved with your other events coming up in the future. And I hope all of them will just be astounding and amazing, like this one looks like it's going to be. And they're astounding and amazing, like you.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
yeah, yeah. So, and hopefully soon we'll have you on the radio with us on Thursday mornings. That'll be, or Thursday afternoons, actually. So that'll be
Thursday
great fun.
afternoons. I'm not a morning person.
It'll be awesome.
I throw evening parties, guys. You can't expect
That's right.
me to be an evening person.
That's right. Well, thank you, Jeanette, for being on with us here on Be Encouraged. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm glad.
Thank you for having me on.
And thank you for doing what you're doing. It's really good stuff. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you letting me share it.
Oh, man. My pleasure. Take care. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, for today's program. I appreciate everybody's comments. Billy Riley, Bobby and Marvin, Jeanette's mom and dad, and Tura. And I appreciate everybody tuning in to watch. Listen, there's not a better organization to support. So just like it says on the bottom, go to Capes and Cocktails on Facebook or go to the walkrunstjude.org, Team Super Lucas, and .org. And then go to Capes and Cocktails, of course, as I said. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. God bless you and have a wonderful weekend. So hold on. One person also added on here, Susan Woodward, my girl. There's one of my other favorite people. Take care.